wait, he remembers hearing of the curse that had befallen a woman named Ayami during the full moon. He knew that she lived in the forest, and maybe she can help him, and had to find a way to help her, to free her from the torment of her transformation into a demon. As the village slept, Kuro Orochi silently slipped away, leaving behind the homes he had sworn to protect. He was determined to seek allies who could aid him in his quest to break the curse of Shigo and the Black Lotus. The journey would be treacherous, and he could trust no one in the village with his secret. With a firm resolve, Kuro Orochi ventured into the dark forest that surrounded Hiryu. The dense foliage and gnarled trees seemed to close in around him, their shadows dancing in the pale moonlight. His senses were on high alert, every rustle of leaves or distant hoot of an owl a potential threat. Hours passed, and Kuro Orochi continued deeper into the woods, his footsteps light and swift. He was a serpent in the night, moving with grace and agility. It was in these moments of solitude that his connection to the natural world deepened, and he could sense the pulse of life all around him. Just when he thought he was alone, a rustling in the underbrush ahead made him freeze. His hand instinctively went to the hilt of his sword as a figure emerged from the darkness. It was a rogue ninja, Hanzo, his eyes gleaming with suspicion and readiness for combat. "Who are you?" Hanzo hissed, his voice a low, dangerous murmur. Kuro Orochi's heart raced, but he refused to show fear. "I am Kuro Orochi, son of Yasuke," he replied, his voice steady. "I mean no harm, but I will defend myself if necessary." Hanzo remained on guard, his stance poised for a fight. "What brings you to these woods at this hour?" he asked. "I seek allies to confront a common enemy," Kuro Orochi replied, choosing his words carefully. "The cursed Shogun Shigo and the Black Lotus." Hanzo's suspicion didn't waver, but his curiosity was piqued. "Shigo and the Black Lotus," he muttered. "You're not the only one with a score to settle with them. Speak your purpose." Kuro Orochi explained the curse that had befallen Ayami, the curse that bound Shigo's dark ambitions to the village of Hiryu. He described his quest to find a way to break the curse and the power that Shigo held. As he spoke, Hanzo's eyes flickered with recognition. "I've heard rumors of a cursed shogun and the Black Lotus," Hanzo admitted, "but I've always believed them to be mere legends. If you speak the truth, then our goals align." Kuro Orochi nodded, his heart lifting with the possibility of an alliance. "We are stronger together," he said. "And there is another, a woman I seek named Ayami. She is afflicted by the curse during the full moon, becoming a demon. I seek to help her as well." Hanzo's eyes softened, his suspicion giving way to understanding. "We will help her," he vowed, "and we will confront Shigo and the Black Lotus together." With their alliance forged, the two warriors continued their journey through the dark forest, their steps synchronized. As they walked, a sense of camaraderie blossomed, born of their shared purpose and determination. The moon climbed higher in the night sky, casting a silvery glow over the land. It was then that they heard a haunting cry, a sound that sent shivers down their spines. It was the cry of a demon, and it emanated from the shadows ahead. Kuro Orochi and Hanzo exchanged glances, their weapons drawn, as they cautiously approached the source of the eerie sound. What they found was a sight that would change the course of their quest. Amidst a moonlit clearing, they discovered Ayami, her form transformed into that of a demon. Her skin was dark as obsidian, her eyes blazing with an otherworldly fire. She moved with a grace and strength that belied her human form. Hanzo and Kuro Orochi watched in awe and horror as Ayami's transformation continued. The cursed archer, now a demon, let out another haunting cry that echoed through the forest. Her presence was both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Kuro Orochi approached cautiously, his heart heavy with the sight before him. "Ayame," he whispered, his voice filled with a mixture of fear and determination. "It's me, Kuro Orochi." The demon that was Ayame turned to him, her eyes still holding a trace of recognition amidst the chaos of her transformation. The night was silent, and the moon shone brightly overhead, casting a silver glow upon the scene. It was in this moment, amidst the curse and the darkness, that the trio discovered the extent of the challenges they would face. The path to breaking the curse of Shigo and the Black Lotus was treacherous, and the secrets of Ayami's affliction would take them deeper into the realms of magic and danger. With Hanzo and Kuro Orochi standing by her side, Ayami's fate was now intertwined with theirs. Together, they would seek the answers and the strength needed to confront Shigo and the Black Lotus, and put an end to the darkness that had plagued their lives. The journey had only just begun, and the moonlit night held the promise of secrets to be uncovered, battles to be fought, and alliances to be created. The night hung heavy over the village of Chikyu, its tranquility shattered by the sudden intrusion of the Black Lotus. Their arrival, marked by a haunting silence, bore the omen of destruction. Shadows danced ominously across the landscape as the members of the Black Lotus advanced, their eyes aflame with malevolence. They moved with a silent ferocity, their intent clear: the acquisition of the armor of Oda Nobunaga. The armor, rumored to bestow its wearer with immunity to all attacks, was a relic of untold power. But the rumors whispered something darker, that those who fell by its protection would rise as undying guardians. As the Black Lotus infiltrated Chikyu, chaos ensued. Buildings were engulfed in flames, their destruction illuminating the night with an ominous glow. Villagers who dared to resist were swiftly cut down, their lives extinguished by the cold blades of the Black Lotus. Amidst the terror and carnage, the whispers of dark incantations filled the air. A sinister ritual unfolded, sealing the fate of the fallen. Their lifeless bodies twitched and convulsed, rising again as the cursed undead, bound to the will of the Black Lotus. The once vibrant village had transformed into a haunting landscape, with the cursed undead patrolling its grounds. The members of the Black Lotus scoured the ruins, searching for the elusive armor of Oda Nobunaga, determined to wield its power for their dark ambitions. Meanwhile, in the heart of the dark forest, Kuro Orochi, Hanzo and Ayami stood in the moonlit clearing. Ayami, her demon form now receded, looked at Kuro Orochi with a mixture of anguish and determination. "It's not safe here," she whispered, her voice tinged with sorrow. "We must leave before they find us." Hanzo nodded in agreement, his eyes scanning the area for any signs of danger. "The Black Lotus has a way of seeking out their enemies," he cautioned. Kuro Orochi's determination burned bright. "We must find a way to break this curse, Ayami," he said, his voice resolute. "But first, we need to understand its source." The trio ventured deeper into the forest, their senses heightened for any sign of pursuit. As they moved, the remnants of the demon's cry still echoed in their minds, a haunting reminder of the affliction that bound Ayame during the full moon. Their path led them to a hidden grove, where an ancient shrine stood, its presence obscured by time and nature's embrace. The shrine held secrets, ancient whispers of powers that lay dormant, waiting for the touch of fate to awaken them. Ayami approached the shrine cautiously, her instincts urging her toward its weathered stone structure. As she neared, an unsettling sensation coursed through her, a tingling that felt almost like a pull. It was as though the shrine recognized her, as though it whispered secrets only she could comprehend. Hanzo and Kuro Orochi watched with a mixture of curiosity and concern as Ayami reached out to touch the shrine. In that moment, a surge of energy rippled through the grove, accompanied by a subtle but unmistakable hum. "The shrine reacts to you," Kuro Orochi observed, his voice filled with wonder. Ayame's eyes widened as a vision flashed before her, a glimpse of an ancient tome nestled within the shrine. "There is something here," she murmured, her voice distant yet resolute. Before they could delve further into the shrine's mysteries, the tranquility of the forest was shattered by distant echoes of destruction. A tremor coursed through the land, and the sound of battle echoed in the distance. Hanzo's eyes narrowed. "The Black Lotus," he said, his voice grave. A silent understanding passed between the trio. The Black Lotus's presence was a shadow looming over their quest, a threat that demanded their attention and swift action. As they hastened their departure from the grove, they glimpsed a dark cloud hanging in the direction of the village of Chikyu. The ominous aura spoke volumes, confirming the devastation left in the wake of the Black Lotus's pursuit of power. Kuro Orochi's resolve deepened. "We need to confront them," he said, his voice steely. "We cannot allow them to spread their darkness further." The trio set their course toward Chikyu, their footsteps quickening with the urgency of their mission. Their alliance forged in the darkness of the night held the promise of strength in unity, a hope that shone even in the face of encroaching shadows. As they neared the outskirts of Chikyu, the moon cast its pale light upon the scene of devastation. The village lay in ruins, its once thriving streets now haunted by the cursed undead, bound to the will of the Black Lotus. Kuro Orochi's heart sank at the sight, the urgency of their mission heightened by the plight of the village. He knew that the Black Lotus's search for the armor of Oda Nobunaga was a dire threat, not just to the village but to the entire region. With Ayami's inner turmoil, Hanzo's unyielding resolve, and his own determination burning within, Kuro Orochi led the charge toward the heart of the chaos. The time had come to confront the Black Lotus, to prevent their darkness from claiming more lives, and to uncover the truth behind the armor of Oda Nobunaga. Their footsteps echoed through the ruined streets, a symphony of determination and resilience against the encroaching shadows. The destiny of these unlikely allies was woven in the strands of ancient power and imminent danger, a narrative that had just begun its uncertain yet resolute path.